popcorn lights. They called the place Electric Park because it was wall to wall, all the buildings, just popcorn lights on every edge of every building. Snow just totally just, wow, right over my shoulder. Well,
I think that's like my favorite outfit from Winter Outfit.
Okay, Liz, take us to the Opera House, please.
No.
Well, it. Okay.
Oh!
It'll still work.
I was! Can we take two?
Nope. We're making our way. We'll do it live. To the great moments with Mr. Lincoln at the Main Street Opera House. And we're here because I want to talk about this bench for a minute. Now, we've heard the stories about how Walt invented Disneyland on a park bench.
And this claims to be the actual park bench from Griffith Park.
It's not, isn't it?
Well,
it could be.
that's not really what we're here for, but that is the thing. It does say the actual park bench.
But the Walt Disney Family Museum also have a bench that claims to.
So either it's one of.
Wait, who else?
The Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco also has a bench that is claimed to be the bench.
The actual bench. In any case.
The point is, there are very likely both benches from Griffith Park at that time, but whether or not they were the one remains to be seen.
Now, but that's actually, although that is a fun little piece of trivia, that's not why I came here.
I hope it's not the displays, because they're empty right now.
Is there a robbery?
No, I mean, just gonna change things out, but look, they're empty.
Serious quote? You saw that coming, right? Anyway.
That was a quote, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, the face I made reminded her of the quote, I think, a little bit. Anyway, so there's the story. Walt liked to take his kids to the carousel in Griffith Park.
Peanuts.
Oh, okay, right. So there's this whole story of him at the Griffith Park carousel.
Yeah.
Taking his kids there. He thought he's famous for having said, and he said this. These are his words. I thought there should be a place where I could take, where a family, where a parent could take his children. That is for both.
Yeah, but they can do things together.
Where they could do things together, and then out of that was born Disneyland.
Right.
And him, this amazing. This is one of my favorite pictures of him ever. I think I've said that before a few times, but I've heard two things. I've heard that I don't have the actual concept art, but there is concept art as told by somebody else. I can't remember which book I read it in, but there's concept art dated as early as 1933.
Oh wow!
A drawing, like a sketch of a proposed park that he wanted to build. That's a year before.
Different from the Carolwood Pacific Park?
Different from that one even, yes. Yeah, this is from 1933, which is a year before Diane was born, I believe. So this is, I mean, he always had an idea, I think, of doing something like this, just not, it may have more.
Ideas evolve over time.
Right. Well, what I want to say, let's keep walking out this way because I want to get to this point. But one of the things that I've discovered recently is that Walt's personal inspiration for this and for the whole park in general comes not from Marceline, because a lot of people think that Marceline is like that is his real inspiration for Disney and where he kind of grew his his formative ideas. But after they sold their farm in Marceline, they were not very good farmers apparently, or his dad wasn't, not a particularly good farmer, and he got sick. They sold the farm and moved to Kansas City. There was a place in Kansas City called Electric Park. And this was when he lived there. It was between, I want to say 1915 and 1920. It was in the early 20s, late teens.
So this would have been an amusement park.
Hi! And it was an amusement park. More like not, it was amazing. A carousel. They had a roller coaster. They had a shooting gallery. They had like vaudeville acts.
Yeah.
But more importantly, this is, especially for my, what do you call it? What I think of when I think of Disneyland and Walt,
Your sensibilities.
popcorn lights. They called the place Electric Park because it was wall to wall, all the buildings,
Lights.
just popcorn lights on every edge of every building. Kind of, I mean, not like Osborne, but it was that's why they called it Electric Park. And a lot of folks, and I would agree with this, feel like that's what this is. He went to Electric Park. He was impressed with Electric Park. The idea of all that, the acts and the vaudeville and the carousel and the roller coaster, and putting that all in one place for families to go to and enjoy together as one. Because that is, it's not exactly Coney Island,
Right.
It was more family than
Yes.
it was a seaside amusement park. And I feel like that's Electric Park. And one could say, as opposed to Marceline or the bench in Griffith Park, that Electric Park is where he got his first, his
Or at least you start seeding the idea.
seeding the idea, him wanting that. He said, "I want that," but in my vision.
Make sure everybody stays seated and stays to the curbside during the show. Make sure nobody is getting up and moving their
Yeah, they have these little mic boxes
Yeah.
now instead of just yelling at people.
Ladies
That's
and
cool.
gentlemen,
Yeah.
boys and girls.
They started using those
in
last
just
weekend, I
15
wanna say.
minutes,
Yeah.
Disneyland will present a Christmas fantasy parade. Join us for this holiday favorite. as
Yes, we have to go to
celebrate the season
Toontown.
together. The magic of the Christmas fantasy parade will begin in just 15 minutes.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, does it start that way or that way?
It starts at that end.
Oh, we might walk right into it.
Well, I don't know if we don't walk right into it. It will be when we leave Toontown for afternoon. So,
It'll be our
thanks for
first.
that, buddy.
It'll be our first whiff of the parade.
I mean, I've caught whiffs of it throughout.
Oh no, that's right. She and I saw some last Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right. But so there you go, Freshman. I thought you might enjoy that. This a little bit of Disneyland history that you may or may not know. I feel like not a lot of people know about Electric Park, and I think I want to do something a little bit more in detail on that if I can find more information about it. It wasn't around for very long because it burned down apparently. Yeah, but food for thought, I guess. And when we come back, I think I might talk about Christmas. When we come back here later, I think I want to talk about Christmas in 1955. They had a Christmas every year here at the park since opening day. That's an interesting story in and of itself, the Christmas season, the early Christmas seasons. Did you know, for example, Ian, that you can measure attendance in the hundreds during the fall and winter of 1955? What? Oh my gosh.
You don't ever see her.
But yeah, can you imagine that? A holiday season at Disneyland, a Christmas season,
I would like to imagine that.
With
Unfortunately, it's impossible. for me to
attendance in the hundreds.
imagine. That's a nice thought. That's a very nice thought.
Yeah. Are we getting redirected? We're just seeing all kinds of fun stuff. Look at that. We've got Bert and Mary with the penguin. Well, one of the penguins. I don't know if it's the penguin. That's the actual
Last
penguin.
family that we're visiting with, we're returning to them back to the jolly holidays. This will be the last family that we visit with.
Oh,
Oh, I can't.
oh my God.
That's big.
Hey guys. Only problem with that little. That's the wrong song, isn't it?
No, that's the right song.
No, they do that while they're inside the truck run.
Yeah, no, but they're wearing
The song he does with the bird,
Well, I don't know.
with the penguins.
It's not the song he's in when they first get to the waiters. That's Jolly Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jolly Holiday is
But
the
they
one he
do-
does with the penguins.
But they do sing that
We
while
gotta go correct her. Oh,
They do do it inside the chalk drawing.
Yeah.
just
okay.
having fun. Come on.
Dory, it's
Are you
canon.
proud- I don't
It's
like
canon.
this fun. This is not
I asked
fun.
Matt Martin on Twitter. It's canon.
All right. So while I was doing my Star Wars Land updates, I got some shots, Ian, from Donald's boat, which I haven't done in a while. Looks the same as it did before.
Yeah, I think.
But while I was there, they don't do Donald meets often, I don't think. I don't see Donald at Toontown very often. Right?
Early, but certainly not at his house.
We usually see Pluto, Goofy, or Mickey, or Minnie.
Yeah.
But Donald was out meeting guests at his boat.
I would like to imagine, I have no proof of this, but I like to imagine DuckTales being really good again.
Yeah.
Has resurged interest in Donald.
That's right, because he's on his boat.
Yeah.
Well, it starts out that way.
Well, his boat is, in the meantime, is sitting in Scrooge's pool.
Right, that's right, it is, huh? But it was cool. I got some shots from the upper deck looking down. I could watch Donald meet guests all day from that view. That was really cute.
By the way, one of the recent episodes of DuckTales had the 3 caballeros. It was great.
Yeah, I remember that. I heard that.
Yeah, they sang the new term, I guess, arrangement of the song.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the 3 caballeros song.
Huh. I guess we're gonna go look for a pretzel. These guys won't stop eating fresh baked. They won't.
Why are you putting... It's the usual suspect. Nothing wrong
She's
with
like,
it, but it's not me.
I need something sweet. I need something salty. I need something sweet. So we're on the salt end of the curve right now, and I suggested they have these new pretzels here. Well, I think they have the bites still, but they've also got a mega pretzel, I think. Well, I haven't seen one before. Let me see. Hold on. Yes, there it is. Look at that, baby. That's a 3-man job. That's a 3-man job, that pretzel.
Let's do it. Look at
Yeah.
Yeah. I want a jumbo pretzel with cheese sauce.
What?
I want a jumbo pretzel with cheese sauce.
Ian, will you help us eat a jumbo pretzel with cheese sauce?
Okay.
Okay.
If I have to. Well, I want mustard.
Can we get extra cheese and mustard?
No, I actually don't see the pretzel bites. It might just be the jumbo.
They may have replaced it, yeah.
Fine.
Of all the things that we've seen today, all the things that we've eaten, this might be the most beautiful thing I think I've seen today.
A jumbo pretzel with cheese sauce.
And bread.
Granted, we also got an extra cheese sauce. Just
You're right.
Comes with 1, not 2.
Yeah.
Well, because Liz had to have her own cheese sauce. We're not allowed to invade her cheese.
I'm gonna put mustard in it.
Okay, that I don't understand.
I don't understand. It's amazing.
All right, guys.
Also, I think the jumbo's now in place of the pretzel bites.
Yeah,
which makes me a little sad.
Yeah, I like
That's
the pretzel
a lot
bites.
for one person. And the pretzel bites was perfect for one person.
Yep, this is a 3-man job.
At least 2, maybe not 3. But at least 2.
I could probably do that by
Well,
myself.
we have been eating all day
That's
though.
why I said at least 2, not 3.
3 of me.
Bye, guys.
Go for it. Go ahead.
Well, I need my mustard.
Oh.
Hey guys, go ahead and everyone just judge me away. Everyone just judge me because this was an accident, and then I realized I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually really effing good.
This is wrong.
It's so good. You don't know until you try. So
I don't think I have to try.
you tell me all the time, Liz, you gotta try it, blah 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 blah.
I do not ever say
You
that.
gotta try intestines, blah blah blah.
I didn't make you eat the intestines. Korean barbecue. What are you gonna do?
Intestines are part of Korean barbecue.
You can ask for it. Yeah. Tripe is common at Korean barbecue.
I guess that technically is stomach, which is...
Yeah.
It's a little hard. It's not really fresh.
It's not fresh baked.
I mean, it's still good, but it's just hard as a rock.
My bite seems fine.
It may have gotten a bad bite.
Oh yeah, you went for the knot.
I know. I like the knots.
Not where everything's going to be the most compact. It's been twisted together.
I think I'm having one of those moments right now.
What moments?
One of those. Where would you rather be than right here and right now? Like, this is like as good as it gets sometimes. Just sitting here chilling, eating a pretzel at Disneyland with Mickey and the Magical Map humming along in the background. We're at the Troubadour, in case I don't know if I made that clear, by Mickey and the Magical Map, Fantasyland Theater. This is, I haven't even had a bite yet, but I'm already loving this moment.
You keep laughing without getting a bite.
No, I'm gonna eat some now.
I do like those pretzels more than the ones that come out of the carts.
Oh,
I don't.
for sure.
Hey, you guys remember when there used to be a pretzel here?
I remember. It's now in our bellies.
That was
Look,
so good.
Ian made an observation. It's pretty cool. I'm mustard. Ian was cheese. And by the way, You didn't have to ration your cheese in.
Now, usually I have to make sure I have some left over, but then I have a little too much. I have to keep re-dipping the same one, but not biting it.
Is there anything worse than getting some nachos at Taco Bell or Del Taco?
Or just anywhere, and not having enough topping.
And then you have chips left over.
That's the balance with good nachos is enough topping to chips ratio, but also not all piled in one spot.
Right.
So
well, no, I'm talking about when they give you the little dish full of cheese like this.
That too.
Yeah.
Same principle though. Same principle. Not
But
the topping the chips.
Del Taco used to give you 2 dishes. Now they still only give you the one. And then Liz, this weirdo,
So good.
put mustard in her
Okay,
cheese.
I feel like everyone should try it before judging it.
I think I can judge you right now. I'm doing it. I'm judging.
Whether he's in the right to do it
Right.
remains to be seen.
I'm probably way out of line, but I'm going to do it anyway.
It's good. It was an accident, and I still had it, and I was like, wow.
Gracious, Fresh Baked, we are still here and still doing a show. It feels like we've been here all day.
We have.
saying.
We have. I think. I mean, we were here at rope drop, but I mean, we're not gonna be here till midnight, are we? Because that would be cool. What?
I'm just gonna let you keep going.
But it feels like.
Hey, I tell you what, honey bear, the peaches in my cream, apple of my eye.
The butter to my bread.
You keep going that way.
Okay.
We're gonna go down this way.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Liz is bailing on us. She's gonna go meet a friend and then catch back up with us. Ian and I are gonna go down this way because we still got more things to do at Adventureland. So we're gonna take you through Big Thunder Trail, I think. Does that sound like a fun thing to do?
That sounds fun.
Yeah, all right.
I know. We're going to go down the fun trail.
We haven't been down the fun trail in a while.
It has a wagon.
It does have a wagon. Oh, look! Be happy. One of the things I love about coming to Disneyland during the winter season that I don't get to appreciate otherwise is that transition from day to night.
Yes.
You don't get to see that a lot because we come in the morning all the time.
Again, I do. 'Cause I'm here all day.
Right, never mind.
But the show does not.
The show does not get to appreciate that very much. I'm really enjoying this.
Yes. I'm just glad I get to wear all my hoodies again.
I know, right?
This one is so comfy.
All my best clothes are warm clothes.
Yeah.
I don't get to wear this stuff very much.
And this one has thumb holes.
Dude, fantastic.
It's like built-in.
That's her universe, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, is it his or?
They have like a sub-line called Our Universe.
Our Universe,
They did
there you go.
They did a Clone Wars line. This is the Anakin hoodie.
Got it.
They also did a Rex jacket, as in the Clone Trooper.
Yeah.
A Maul jacket. A Obi-Wan sort of like, I guess it's just not a robe, but I think it sounds good. A more light sort of thing.
Got it. By the way, Fresh Baked, if you watched our live stream from last Wednesday, one of the things I talked about being thankful for at Disneyland was the transitions from one land to the other. We're about to experience one. You can kind of still hear Fantasyland happening behind us. And it is gone. How did they do that, Ian? How do they do that? Listen. Where are we?
We're in the frontier.
We're in the
where we are.
fucking frontier. There are birds chirping, and there are wagons on fun trails.
Possibly ones from Knott's, but
Let's
no
go.
way
Yeah.
to be sure.
How could it not be?
How could it not?
Well, with a capital K. Let's go see if we can see anything through this wall. Ian, we should definitely look, huh?
I'm sure you'll be able to see everything.
Yeah.
It'll be so clear, and it's double boarded.
Actually, it's double boarded. Yeah, it was double boarded a while ago. We can't see anything.
Quite a while ago.
But yeah, this when people say, "Is that really a Knott's?"
But that would have been
Coach.
a prop one, not one that the horses pulled. Because those are
No,
significantly
this is a
larger.
prop. Yeah, because it's too small for that
Yeah,
anyway.
The ones the horses pull are significantly larger.
Yeah,
This would have been a prop display one somewhere in Ghost Town or in that area.
But the reason why we think this is because that
W, if brought down, would have.
That's a Knott's K.
It would have been, yeah.
That's totally a Knott's K. Now, why would they bother to redo that? I don't know, but they could just repaint it any way they wanted.
Yeah, but by doing that, it leaves a little remaining nod.
It's a little nod, yeah. It's a respect. Yeah. I like that. I like that.
And Knott's has been doing a lot of cool stuff lately.
They
I don't know
have.
if you've seen all their Christmas offerings from Justin's video and stuff, but they do a lot of cool stuff.
You know, there's a story, Ian.
Oh, did you hear Bigfoot Rapids?
Yes.
Being themed to Calico River Rapids, but with actual animatronics and themed elements, because it never really had that before.
And then they put in a Bigfoot where there wasn't one.
Yeah,
but they took the name out. They don't call it Bigfoot anymore.
Incorporate that ride into Ghost Town.
I think that's great.
I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Hopefully they've got more of that, and hopefully it's not like a cheap, skin like we're afraid of often getting here. But we'll see. No, but one of the things I was just mentioning, another Walt story I like to hear is that when they were out.
Two Waltz.
What's that?
Sorry, the two Waltz. There was Walter E. Knott. They were both.
Oh
Waltz.
yeah, that's true.
They were both Waltz, and they both loved trains.
That's true.
They genuinely did.
Hi guys.
Oh, and Walter Knott was much more super into like actual old, real ghost towns and preserving actual frontier history.
We better keep walking though. We're running out of light. There's a story where Walt and some of his, I don't want to call them Imagineers because they weren't really Imagineers, but when they were looking for property to buy to build Disneyland on, there were a lot of different sites being looked at, LA and Long Beach, here in Orange County, different sites in Orange County. But during one of their excursions, they decided to stop and have lunch at Knott's Berry Farm.
At Mrs. Knott's
dinner they got some chicken.
See Ghost Town.
And they were talking about their plans, and they had kind of settled on Anaheim. And somebody heard them while they were eating and bought up a bunch of the land before they could get in there. And the value of the land went up super fast. And so they actually killed the deal for a little bit, and then it came back around to Anaheim again. But there you go. There's a little Knott's Disney connection for you.
We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Fresh Baked!